One of the major requirements to apply for your permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo is that you must have 5 years residence here in Italy. A lot of us don't know the meaning of that 5 years residence, and some of us don't also know how to calculate that particular 5 years residence. So in this video, we'll just quickly go through it. When we say 5 years residence in Italy, we are not talking about your comune residence, the one you rent a house or somebody rent a house and take you to the commune to do residence for you. That's not the 5 years we are talking about. We are talking about 5 years residence in Italy. That is, you have reside in Italy for 5 years, not that commune type of residence. No, it is only when you are doing your citizenship, your cittadinanza, that they will count that particular commune on. When you are applying for your permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo es carta soggiorno, you don't need that. They don't need to count that commune type of residence. It is how long you have spent, you have resided in Italy. So this is how they calculate it. Now, for the very first sojourner that you got in this country, whether it is that 6 months own, that whether it is that 6 months sojourner or any type of sojourner, apart from cure medico, that hospital one, no, apart from that one, or diploma permission di soggiorno, maybe your country sent you here for diplomatic purpose. No, it's not that type of sojourner we are talking about. So any other type of sojourner that you have, the very first one that you have, that's when you will start counting it. If they give you 6 months, after that one expired, they give you that 6 months, meaning you have resided here for about 1 year, because they've renewed it up to about twice. So if they now eventually give you maybe asilo politico or subsidiary of about 5 years, now you have already resided here. You already have 1 year residence here in Italy. That is one. Then when you now stay another 4 years, you add it to that one. That is what we call your 5 years residence here in Italy, not resident in comune. No. So if you want to apply for your permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo, count the very first sojourner they gave to you. Start counting it there. Because somebody wrote to me and said somebody applied for permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo and they gave it to him. The person document is just 3 years. Yes, the person document might be 3 years. The reason why they gave it to that person was because they didn't start counting it from that subsidiary document. They started counting it from the very first sojourner, which is that 6 months that they were giving you. They start counting it from that one, not just the particular full document that you have now, whether political or subsidiary. No, it is from that 6 months they start counting it. That does not mean that it is any type of permesso di soggiorno that you have that you can just use to apply for permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo. No, there are some documents that you cannot use to apply direct, that you must have to convert first before applying for permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo. So maybe in my next video, I'll be telling you some of the documents you cannot use to apply and some of the documents that you must need to convert first before you can apply for this permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo. Although when you want to apply for the permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo, you will need resident, which is the commune resident at that particular time now, because they will need idoneità di alloggio and they also need a certificato di residenza from you. So you must have resident in commune at that particular time. That does not mean that you must have 5 years resident, commune resident. No, it is 5 years resident in Italy that we are talking about. And you might have stayed with permesso di soggiorno that has up to about 5 years duration. So counting from the 6 months till where they gave you 2 years, you also renew it. So when you count everything together that you have stayed, if it's up to about 5 years, you can go and apply for your permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo.